I'm well.
I'm sorry, is it the heat? His eyes are a little attractive right now. I can't look at him like this. I can't look at him like this. Look at him. I can't look at him. I have to stop. Jonathan, stop looking at me like that. Jonathan, stop! Guys, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Miata Lebele. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. All right, the pink elephant in the room. I changed my hair up specifically for this review. Why, you may ask? This is because when I was watching the season the first time, I feel like it was around this episode, around episode 4, definitely episode 5, that I started to get violently angry. Okay, this is when I started to be like, oh, this season is not gonna be what I want at all. This is not for me. This is where I started to get really upset with the lack of Kate and Anthony being together, particularly because we just had them in episode 3 have the moment with the bee, and I was like, okay, episode 4, this is it. Kate and Anthony are gonna get together, they're gonna get married, we're gonna see them together for the rest of the season, and that did not happen. I think in my overall review, this is where I started to get particularly bored. And so I'm a little worried that on my rewatch, instead of being just bored, I'm gonna be enraged. So I put on a pink wig to try to channel my inner Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. Let me see if I can just keep calm and cute and collected, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be furious, angry, and wanting to take over the world with my destruction. If you haven't been watching my reviews, or say this is the first review that you've stumbled upon that is me, or you haven't watched my overall review, you may be like, oh Miata, why are you so angry with what happened with the season? Okay, so basically, the reason I'm so particularly angry at this point in the show is in episode 3, which I thought was phenomenal. As I said before, episode 3 was so good. And it was so good because they really focused on Anthony, they really focused on Violet, we really got to understand them. So what I was expecting for episode 4 was if we just focused on Anthony, guess who we can focus on now? Kate, right? Like, we're gonna get a little bit of Kate's backstory because Kate has a backstory. And this is when the show said, fuck Kate. We're not gonna show you any of her shit, which I cannot believe. I still cannot believe that the show didn't give us Kate's backstory, like, at all. Everything about this season was like Edwina or like Mary Sharma and her parents, but there's nothing about just like Kate's own story. Like in season 1, and the reason why this upsets me is because in season 1, they did give us Simon's backstory. We got a lot of flashback to Simon being a child and him being mistreated by his dad. And it helped us understand, I know a lot of people still thought, Simon, you're a dum-dum, but it helped you understand why Simon feels the way he does. This season, we got Anthony's backstory, so it helped us understand why Anthony is the way he is. However, Kate is an equally complicated human being, and we simply never get anything from her. Nothing. I've seen a bunch of y'all be like, Miata, just wait, they're gonna give it to us in the 3rd season. Okay, I'll see it when I see it. I know we're all excited to possibly see more of Kate and Anthony in the 3rd season. I know they have already announced that the actors are coming back. I know that already been told somewhat of what's gonna happen in the 3rd season. So yes, we're gonna get some more of them in the 3rd season. However, what the fuck, this was their season. I'm sorry, you can't be like, Miata, just you wait. In season 3, where apparently it might be Benedict and Sophie's story mixed with Penelope and Colin's story, we'll also get some more of Kate's backstory. No, they messed up. This was the season for them to give us Kate's backstory. They did not give it to us. They are going to maybe course correct and give us some more of what we need. And in addition to that, if next season does end up being Benedict and Sophie's season, there's almost no way they can do Sophie's story without giving us backstory. So I think we're gonna end up getting some backstory for Sophie, and maybe we'll end up getting some great love scenes for Anthony and Kate. But that is because they're gonna be correcting all the mistakes they made in this season. So I don't wanna give the creators a whole bunch of credit for not showing any depth to one of our characters this season and then correcting that in a 3rd season where there's going to be other people's plots going on. This was the season to get Kate's story right. They didn't do it for her, so that's why I'm upset. Okay, so I'm guessing the pink hair is not working so far in terms of making me less upset. So we're gonna do what we always do. My husband went and got me some champagne, a little bit more expensive than what we usually do. Again, thank you, I always shine. She just sent me some more money for my rehab fund. Thank you for thinking about me and the future me who's gonna need rehab after watching all these shows. And then, as always, I'm gonna take my 2 shots of tequila. Let's do it in a fast forward, and then we're gonna get into episode 4 of the season, okay? All right, guys, let's get into episode 4.
If one must participate in it, why not do it? In the fresh air.
I do love this. What is this from? Someone being like, yeah. There's a meme that's like this, right? That's like, yeah. Is it Will Smith? It is, right?
His family, this home, the life he offers me.
This was definitely the moment where I went, oh, so they're committing to the Edwina really wanting to be a Viscountess. They are committing to this bit. And that was kind of unfortunate, as I've said before. This was truly the moment where I went, oh, they're really telling us that Edwina wants this life. A little shallow. She's young. It's not her fault. She wants to be a Viscountess. The Duke has a lovely family. He's very handsome. He's very charming. And I get why she wants this. It was just the moment where I was just like, okay, the love triangle. There were so many rumors before this started the season where people were like, Miata, I think they're leaning into the love triangle. And I was like, no, they're not. And this is actually, I think, the episode where I went, oh, okay. Y'all were right. I was wrong. They're leaning into this. Great. Sorry, y'all. I have to take a break. It is so hot in this apartment. I have to go put my hair in a ponytail because, bitch, I'm suffering. I think that might be why I'm so angry. To be honest, it may just be the heat. It may not actually be the show. Okay? Like, I'm just like, whoo!
What I need is your help getting him to fall in love with you.
Truly the dumbest thing Edwina's ever said. I don't know how it's so funny because again, at the end of the season when she's like, did everyone else notice this the whole time? And everyone was like, yes. Edwina, what? Baby, no, do not have your equally hot older sister go and get closer to the Viscount, baby. No. Madame de Lacroix's wig. What is it hiding? There are secrets in that wig. Look at it. All these other bitches got lace fronts. There's not even, what is this? What is this? Not even like no lace, no part.
I'm not. I have decided to pay your cousin a visit, in fact.
Marina Thompson.
Uh-huh. He shaved the goatee, now he's ready to go get Marina back. Penelope, you trying to do all of this, get your hands in all your petty pies. Meanwhile, Colin is still thinking about cousin Marina. Let's just, when we get closer to Marina stuff, let's talk about it. I talked about this so much in the first season where I thought they did such a disservice to this character overall. I honestly was like, Ruby Barker is here. She's doing an amazing job with Marina, but I just feel like they threw that character in, knowing that this was a tragic person to begin with. We'll talk about it when we get closer to that part of the episode, but like, I think they did cousin Marina and Ruby Barker wrong. And I knew they were going to from the jiggity jump because I knew what happened to Marina in the books. It is so funny watching these 30-year-old actresses be 16, 17. I'm just jealous because I'm the same age as these women and my ass is going out for like 50-year-olds. Jonathan Bailey. I don't know if it's the alcohol that has made me feel like virile right now. Like I feel powerful. I want to jump him in this outfit. He was wearing a similar outfit last episode, but like I don't know what's going through me right now. Champagne and tequila, that's what's going through me. He looks so good. Lord have mercy. Honestly, we just needed to Photoshop Edwina out of the scene. And then Photoshop in a bedroom and then let them have sex. That's all I want to see. God, these two are so hot. Everyone in the scene is hot, but obviously, like, Edwina needs to go. I need these two adults to get to adult business.
I got stung. I am well.
I'm sorry, is it the heat? His eyes are a little attractive. reactive right now? Is it the heat? Is it the heat? Am I overheated? Because I am feeling things in my nether regions. Is it the alcohol? Or is it just Jonathan? I can't look at him like this. I can't look at him like this. Look at him. I can't look at him. I can't. I have to stop. Jonathan, stop looking at me like that. Jonathan, stop!
Kate was dead.
Honestly, Simone Ashley's skin tone. My God. Like, look at her.
Perhaps your sister aimed straight on the field, but surely she would have some trouble.
Why is Anthony such a dick to her right now? I mean, I get it. He's probably being a dick to her because he knows how attracted he is to her, and now he's trying to push her away by being a dick. But he's being a misogynist dick, and we don't like misogyny, okay? This is based on a romance novel. I do not like to deal with misogyny in my romance novels, okay? It is fantasy, all right? Not enjoying this side of Anthony. Or subconsciously, he wanted her to join the hunt, and he knew by pushing her buttons she would. Were you shocked when you saw Ruby? Were you shocked when you saw Ruby Barker come back? I feel like on Ruby's page, let me just check real quick, but I'm pretty sure I've been stalking her page to see if she was coming back this season. Someone had commented that Marina wasn't even like in the cast list, I think on the IMDb page originally. So they really did hide this from us. And I truly was like, what? I had no idea that she was coming back. I'm very happy to see her. I am, however, not very happy about the turns she takes in this episode because it is looking like Marina is gonna do what Marina does in the book. Fucking awful.
Why would you live so nearby? I thought that I should come to see that you...
Just really quickly again, as I talk about book show differences, Marina is absolutely not in any way, shape, or form in any of the books except mentioned in Eloise's book, which I believe is what, book 5. She is mentioned, she is talked about, but she is never a character in the books because Marina is dead by the time the show starts. Yeah. Exactly. They introduced a character that has a tragic end.
Very much your praise.
I've always wanted to see house parties portrayed because I read a lot of romance novels and I read all about the house parties and they're so interesting. This seems boring as hell. It seems boring as hell. I think because there's so many chaperones around versus the little scenes that happen here and there where it's just the women by themselves or the men by themselves and no parents. And usually the mamas and the widows are usually by themselves and then the older men are by themselves. You know, so everyone's able to talk their mess and talk their shit without being worried that someone's listening to them. And so I don't know if it was, I don't quite know why this happened with the Pall Mall scene, why they keep insisting on everyone being together for every scene versus us having little pockets of people. We do have that happen within the Bridgerton family itself, little pockets of people being able to talk, but whenever the Sharmas are around, we've got Lady Danbury there, whenever we've got, you know, it's just, they don't really let people sit together and just breathe and have conversations, it seems, without a whole group of people being around. Except for, like, Bridgerton stuff and Penelope stuff.
In fact, I'm having them spend the day together in the hopes of their finally finding common ground.
Even, look at Daphne's face. She's like, bitch, are you stupid? Like, those two wanna bang! Bitch, you sent your sister off into the woods alone with this man? Dummy dumb! This lady's maid stole the show. She's writing diagonally. I love her! I love her! Look at how good this outfit looks. She's got a jaunty top hat, tipped to the side, as it should be. This blue riding habit, or a hunting habit. I'm not sure which one of the two it is. Kate looks phenomenal. She looks so good in that blue. God. Keep looking at her, Anthony. Pretend you're not looking at her. Yeah, I was just looking at a rabbit. Bitch, you were looking at Kate. They even are a little matchy.
When did you know?
Oh. I love them so much.
Lord Bridgerton.
Yes.
The way he said yes. 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 Anthony, just, why are we playing games, baby? We know what we want to do. I'll just set the mood. Wow, 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 wow. I've been feeling feeling tight, baby. Not sure those are the words. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on, hey, yeah, come on, let's get it on. That's all they need. They just needed me.
Kiss. That is after a quick swim in the Pedale.
Poor Marina, who has to listen to her husband talk about plants, which are boring as hell. That's very Philip, by the way. Philip loves talking about plants. He can't help it. He's this big plant nerd, and no one wants to hear him talk about plants, and he's so self-conscious about it. And he's also, like, Philip in the books is also a really big, tall man who people are intimidated by, but all he wants to do is talk about plants. I love Philip so much. It's why I'm not quite sure how I feel about Philip right now in the show, but I love book Philip so much because he's a gentle giant who's so afraid of turning out like his dad, who was abusive. And so we'll talk about it later. But I just feel bad for Marina in this very moment where she's having to listen to Colin talk about his travels in Greece, which no one wants to hear about anymore. And then her husband's gonna come home and she's gonna have to hear about dirt samples.
Mr. Bridgerton. Sir Phillip Crane.
This guy, is he cute? Absolutely. Everyone in Bridgerton is attractive. They don't really hire unattractive actors. It's just, Phillip Crane should be about a straight, like, honestly, like another 7 inches, very broad. And most of the characters honestly have not been as described. Daphne looks nothing like book Daphne. The Bridgerton brothers look like the Bridgerton brothers, but I would say Daphne looks nothing like book Daphne. Obviously they've changed the race of Kate and her sister and the Sheffields in general, which is still, but it still works perfectly because I think they, you know, Kate is described, like, to Anthony, Kate is the most beautiful person in the world, and Edwina is supposed to be absolutely stunning and gorgeous, which Teresa is. Philip, part of who he is to be a big man who people are intimidated by his mass, and he's consistently trying to do things to make himself smaller, and he really likes the land and the dirt, and he doesn't know how to interact with people, and he's really awkward, and he loves his children so much, but he doesn't want to be around them because he's afraid of being like his dad, who was abusive. This is not quite giving me the Philip I know and love. They're probably going to change the character to fit the actor the way they have for everyone else. Anthony is very different than book Anthony in terms of his overall personality, which worked out because this is who Jonathan Bailey plays the character so well. So we're going to get to see him do what he's going to do as Philip, but I will just say, pure looks based, this is not quite what I was expecting for Sir Philip.
Mm-hmm. Did you visit the olive orchards in Lesbos?
I certainly did. I oiled my way right in.
That is so cute. I love their stupid puns. I am sad that unfortunately we're not going to get a Colin like book Colin, who is very, 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 sorry, it got warm again, who is very, very, very charming. Again, like I've said before, book Colin has the personality of show Benedict, but him being a little dorky dork and dorking out with Philip is actually very cute. And Marina being like, oh fuck, not another one. Great.
Very well.
So what we do know of Marina in the books, she was with Sir Philip's brother originally. He passes away and Sir Philip kind of inherits her. The story is very different than it is in the TV show, but basically she never really loved Sir Philip. So the kind of antagonism, the lack of any sort of like rapport between her and Sir Philip makes a lot of sense. But again, every second where we saw how unhappy she was my heart thinking about how this is going to turn out. I'm actually really, really, really hoping they don't have her kill herself. I'm really hoping she just runs away. If anyone from the show is watching, please, 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 I would rather have Marina decide that she is not wanting to be a mother. I would prefer if she was suffering from postpartum and she is not doing well with being a mom and she decides to just leave and go to France, where I think, you know, like just somewhere. I really don't want the show to have introduced a whole ass character who they knew had a very sad, upsetting backstory, so that they could add extra diversity for season 1, only to then kill this character off in such a really upsetting way. And so I really, if anyone from the show is watching, please, 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 have Marina run away. Please do not have Marina do what Marina does in the books. You guys have changed so much, you can change that.
Convinced we've lost our prey.
I'm convinced.
This is crazy. Her showing her stocking? Either she really wanted to do that. There's no, women did not show their ankles and their stockings this way, unless they are specifically trying to get a man's attention. Kate would have not done this unless she was specifically wanting Anthony to see what she had. This is like shocking that she does this. I can't quite understand what we're supposed to infer from this.
Miss Sharma!
Now, her lady's maid knows she saw Miss Sharma leave. Miss Sharma didn't disappear. Her lady's maid saw that woman walk that way and she went, bitch, bye. If you die, you die.
Serious? You cannot just go off like that with your gun. You know,
This gun scene is right up there in terms of sexiness with their sex scene. I truly was hot and bothered. Let's watch. Oh my God, stop! Stop. 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 Kiss. Kiss. Stop heavy breathing at each other and just kiss.
I require no instruction.
just hold it.
I love how much he wants to touch her.
Like this.
Oh my God. Ah! Okay. Oh God, sorry. Snip her. Stop it, help. Stop it. Sniff her, breathe her, love her, fuck her. Sick. I'm sick. What are we doing? All of this woods and y'all don't want to just go off and find a nice spot to fall in the mud again? Let's use fall in the mud as a euphemism for sex. Let's just fall in the mud, guys.
Before the rain ends our pursuits.
Oh look, 1 second of rainfall to show that Kate doesn't like the rain. Why doesn't she like the rain? Let's not delve into it, the show says.
Terrible things I said to you.
Colin, there is no need.
I want you to know that I'm sorry. And that I forgive you as well.
I do not need your apology any more than I desire your forgiveness.
Baby, when you're apologizing to someone, never tell them that you forgive them for something if they have not apologized yet. Let's just not do that.
Goodbye, Marina.
That felt like a very final show goodbye to Marina too. I wonder if we're gonna see her in future seasons, because that felt like a very final, let's put a cap on this and move on. Jonathan. Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm here for you, baby. This is the scene, the upcoming scene is the scene that has made most book readers incredibly upset. It's not the thing that I'm most upset about, because I think at any given point they could have had Kate and Anthony connect on a deeper level without it having to be the library scene. But the library scene for most, I think, book readers has been what they have been so upset about in terms of like just a loss of Kate and Anthony connecting about their past together. The reason why Kate can't sleep, I've mentioned this in my overall review, the reason Kate can't sleep is she's afraid of rain. She's gonna mention, I think in the show, that is about like monsoon weather in India. In the books, Kate's mother, when she's about 3 years old, Kate's mother passes away during a storm that's particularly bad, and Kate associates storms with her mother's death, even though she can't remember that moment. The moment of her mother's death was pretty gruesome for her. And so she's always in her subconscious associated storms with the death of her mother. So that's why it's particularly bad for her. And it's also why Kate and Anthony are supposed to bond over the deaths of their parents, and it doesn't happen. So in this scene, what actually happens is Kate ends up catatonic, basically, and Anthony just basically just kind of like talks her through the whole moment, and she kind of comes to, and he's able to see her in a moment of pure vulnerability, like she has no one else to depend on but him. He finally gets to see her being vulnerable for the first time for him, and that's when he's like, oh, she's not made of stone. Like she's a real person. And that's when his heart starts to get little cracks in it, you know, like his heart of stone starts to get little cracks in it, especially as it concerns Kate. So that doesn't happen here. It doesn't really happen all season. And you know, what are you gonna do?
My father used to read to me during the monsoons.
That's all they say. That's it.
How the rain makes me think of him.
That's her backstory with the storm. That's it.
How did he die?
Oof.
Stung by a bee.
Oh God. God, this moment. They should just be married already. This moment should be shared between the two of them while they are married. And we could just watch them be married for the rest of the season. Kiss. 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 Stop breathing and just kiss. Kiss. Oh. So far in the show, we have had their kisses interrupted by thunder, a deer. Was there a horse in there? Nature is against them.
But it helps if you share similarities.
Did Daphne and Simon have any similarities before they got married? Oh, there's no similarities. I don't think Daphne and Simon had any similarities. She really has no reason to be talking because Anthony sure enough knows that they had nothing in common before they started banging, and then they found a lot in common.
Miss Edwina, might I have your first notes?
Someone is color coordinating. Is it just for a ball? Does everyone know they need to wear shades of red or pink? And this happened before where everyone wore purple. You know what I mean? There is some color coordination happening.
Have you been enjoying your time alone with the Viscount?
Oh, so even Lady Danbury has noticed. And still is letting Edwina go after Anthony, even though we all know that it should be Kate and Anthony together. Nonsense.
Eloise.
Wild. Wild! I have no words. Whatever. It's cool. I don't care about what's happening with Eloise, so I'm gonna let it slide. Look how hot this is. Baby. Edwina, let it go. They are about to make out on the dance floor. They should be together. Ooh, look at the dark skin sis in the back. Yes, sis. Do your shit. Okay, looking good, sis. We love you.
If I told Strand, would you give me your permission?
How is Edwina looking at these two and thinking, yeah, this is just friendship?
It was the plan all along.
He is stricken at the thought that Kate would be leaving. Look, you got Lady Danbury and you got Daphne over here, both of them looking like, oh fuck.
When will you leave?
Oh,
immediately. Once your sister's married?
I presume so, yes.
The way he was so panicked when she said she was leaving is almost the panic that he felt when he thought she got the bee sting. He is already in love with this girl. Why are we wasting time? Just go for it, guys.
What do I do to you?
Please. Oh my god. No, you fucking hate him. You don't fucking hate him. This was the point, if you can see how worked up I am. This was the point where I was like, fucking kiss. I am sick of it. They have been interrupted at every place and time. And doesn't Daphne about to walk in the room and interrupt them again? Just heavy breathing at each other. Yeah.
Say you do not care.
Say you do not care. Baby. 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 Please. Please, Kate. Kate. Kate, kiss him. Kate, kiss him. Oh. The way I would fully get a rifle. Plap, plap! Get the gat, plap, plap! Daphne.
Because I am courting her. Because I've decided.
And I had decided last year that I would marry the prince until you caught me in the garden with Simon at the Trowbridge ball under very similar circumstances.
Similar only. Then I know what I must do.
I knew at this moment that he was about to go do some fuck shit. I knew at this very moment that when he heard and he understood what he was feeling for Kate, that he was gonna go fucking propose to Edwina. I knew Daphne had made shit worse. The fact that a scene like this is happening between Lady Danbury and Kate versus Mary Sharma, Kate's mother, and Kate, it makes no sense. Other than maybe the actress who played Mary Sharma had other things going on. Perhaps that is why this is happening, because if it is simply happening because the show wanted us to have more Lady Danbury, what a fucking disservice between the relationship between mother and daughter.
My dislike for the Viscount.
About whatever it is you feel.
Girl, seriously, tell Edwina. She doesn't, and we know what happens. Episode 6. Big mistake.
Indeed, marry Prudence. But you should know she's marrying a penniless man.
Fucking Portia. You fucked up, bitch. You fucked up bad.
We were all so hard on her, myself included. Perhaps if Lady Whistledown had not rushed to print her gossip, things may have turned out differently for her.
Penelope, you're ruining lives, and she only continues to ruin lives more this season, and it's so funny, at the end of the season, she doubles down. The last episode, she's like, and I shall ruin more lives.
Edwina? There's something I must tell you.
Bitch, why are you about to tell her before y'all get in the carriage? You should have told her first thing in the morning. What? Get it, for TV, drama works. We have to have this moment stopped. It's literally nonsense. Anthony.
Will you marry me?
And this is the moment the season goes. This is the moment. So yeah, I'm not upset, I guess, with episode 4. But the end of episode 4 is the beginning of the end for the season, basically. Okay, we in it. We finished. Okay, so I feel like I wasn't as enraged as I was expecting, to be honest. What is upsetting, I guess, is this literally the last scene where we're just like, they're gonna make it about this now. This is what it's about. So, I think what was most frustrating about this episode is how many times they almost kiss. I think we're at a 2 count at this point. It was during the hunt during the hunt, in the library, and Daphne. There's 3 times that they almost kiss. That's a lot for one episode, to have an almost kiss 3 times, and each time they're interrupted. That type of cliche, that type of trope, really only works a few times before it's overplayed, and they sure enough want to overplay that thing a billion fucking times. Okay guys, I've got to now edit this episode at 11 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I love you guys so much, and I will be back in a few days to review episode 5 of season 2 of Bridgerton. All right, bye.